Thank you so much. You are tuned in to the Remote Generation channel, and I'm your host, Ill Will. Today, we're going to be talking about food, but this time about coffee and about Starbucks and the reason, or trying to find a reason why people stand in line or sit in line for hours on end, spending millions of dollars just for a cup of coffee. Now, I am exaggerating, but people do wait quite a long time, and they do pay a pretty hefty price for this cup of coffee. Now, the logo of Starbucks is actually Astaroth. Now, you can find her in your Bible, but just to simply put it for you, she's the Queen Mother Goddess. She's also a siren or a mermaid. Yes, Ariel, under the sea, same type of mermaid. More like a Ursula than an Ariel, but the same thing either way. Now, Starbucks is one of the most popular businesses worldwide. But the question is it healthy for you or is it bad for you? Now, we know coffee innately, it's on the fence. It does give you a little energy for caffeine, but I think that the health ramifications, and again, I'm not a doctor, but I think the health ramifications are worse than the benefit that you get. Now, we do see a lot of older people drinking coffee pretty much all day. You'd be surprised to find out that coffee causes hypertension and a lot of other things that are not good for older people. But again, this world has taught us things to enjoy things that are actually poisonous or bad for our bodies. That's what Satan's goal has been and continues to be, and he's actually doing that at a high level. And I'm going to show you today exactly how. Now, when we look at Starbucks, we learn and find out Starbucks has some pretty sketchy dealings. Now, they may not be sketchy on the onset, but we'll get into it, and I'll tell you why these are sketchy business relationships and sketchy dealings. Starbucks is in bed with Kraft Foods, Disney, and Pepsi. So, speaking on Pepsi, that's the most sketchy one that I'm going to talk about today. Now, Starbucks is owner of Ethos Water, okay? Ethos Water is bottled by the Pepsi company. Now, why am I coming down on Pepsi today? Well, I'm not really coming down on them. I'm just going to tell you the truth about them. Pepsi was filmed, a representative from Pepsi was filmed trying to purchase aborted fetal cells a few years back. Now, you may be able to find that video, you may not, but there is still evidence out there of it. All you have to do is put it in and search it. Now, Pepsi does business or did business with a company called Cinomix, and you see it there on your screen. Now, Cinomix, listen to it, Cinomix, it's the sin of mixing of something. Now, we know that there's plenty of sins in the Bible, but what could the sin of mixing be? What could be mixed together that is very sinful? Well, we know one thing for certain is family with family relationships sexually, or cannibalism, mixing your own blood in your system. All right. The Bible clearly lets us know this over and over again. And it also tells us that this would happen in our time. Now, how could this happen in our time? Wouldn't we see people eating babies? Right? Yeah, but that's what the devil also knows. So he has to find a slicker way to do it for you. So Cinemix actually found a way to reverse engineer flavors and taste. Now, in order to reverse engineer this, you have to use a human. Now, in order to use a human, you would have to use a dead one. Okay, so you can actually get good, viable cells and tissue. Now, I'm not saying you couldn't use a live person, but the easiest one to be able to use over and over again that nobody's going to care about are babies that are aborted from Planned Parenthood. 50% of all African American pregnancies end in abortion. So let's just say somebody like a J&J who has admitted to using aborted fetal cells in their soup gives you that same soup. You are now accountable. This is the goal. Now, there's a price to pay once you become accountable. Over time, it does certain things to you. Now, some of those things that it does to you, you'll find are eerily similar to some of the issues we see that come from the code that is out there right now. Now, Cinemix was purchased by The Fermite Company. Now, Fermite Company is located in Geneva, Switzerland, the same place that you have the Gotthard Tunnel and CERN. The most important thing to know is they have become in business with Microsoft and Bill Gates of hell since October 2020. If you look at the CERN logo, that is 666, meaning the devil. And what you see to the left, or now center screen, is a fallen angel with breasts. That's not a man. That is a representation of the Baphomet. Totally and completely occultish and evil. Now, when we talk about pep means energy and what? High spirits. So pep has to do with spirits. C meaning yes. Pep C means you're saying yes to the spirits. How do you say yes? By ingesting and taking in their products. Let's listen to Ray Charles. It's an old commercial.
I'm feeling empty. I'm feeling blue. I know it's over, and I know it's through. Man, now that's the blues.
Next time you want a Diet Pepsi, Ray, all you gotta do is ask.
Now that's the right one, baby.
You got the right one, baby. See, it's all a game. And they're putting it right in your face. The devil is alive and well, and he's out to get you, me, and everyone else. He's out to get us through the products that we consume by putting things that we should not consume in them. I'm not guessing at this. I'm actually showing you verifiable proof. Now, the Fermite Company also deals with terpenes. Now, if you're somebody that likes to smoke marijuana carts, you have to understand what you're really smoking on. Okay, we'll get into that another time. But what I do want you to do is look at this mural that's on your screen. To the right, you do see what looks to be like a Mickey Mouse. You do see the Starbucks cup in this guy's hand, the pumpkin on his head. So we know that's a pumpkin spice latte. The green straw indicates that it's Starbucks. Somebody stop me when I'm wrong. Look at his pocket. Now, his pocket looks like it's just a little gold chain hanging off. Now, anybody who's followed me knows this is the way it looks on the game, but I've extracted the pictures and I put a filter on them. I'm going to put the filter on and show you exactly what is on this guy's pocket. It's not a gold chain at all. What it actually is are representation of cells, like cells in your body. Look at the guy's face. One of his eyes is what? Darkened. Who does that represent? That represents Lucifer, if you didn't know. And if you didn't know, now you know. And when you know better, you do better. That cup he's holding is obviously a pumpkin spice latte. Are they trying to tell us what is exactly in a pumpkin spice latte? Now, this is from NBA 2K21. It has nothing to do with Starbucks. So why is this in the game? I'm here to let you know, guys, the devil is out to taint your blood. See, Noah was perfect in his generations because his blood wasn't tainted. The Bible tells us as soon as you consume blood, you are cut off from your people. That's why you're supposed to eat your meat done and not bloody. But I don't want to get off into that too much. We can talk about that on another episode, which I definitely will. But what I do want you to do, guys, I want you to read what's on your screen here. If you got to pause it and go back, that's fine. But what's on your screen is, and I can't say the word because for some reason, YouTube or whoever will flag people who actually talk about this disorder. But this disorder comes about from long-term cannibalism. Now, it also has been said that the cause of this disease comes from sorcery and witchcraft. Now, I believe that, and I believe strictly from eating people, you would get this. But I do believe both of those are ways to achieve this disease in your body. Look, guys, we can get into this a lot further and a lot deeper, and I will, because this is what I'm called to do. You know, like I said, the devil is alive and he's out, and he wants you to be just like him. He wants to make you part of his race. He wants to make you part of his race. All right. This has been part of the Luciferase All In on Lucifer's Race series. I've been your host, Ill Will. This has been part 1 of the coffee. And I'll probably do a part 2, or I'll just call it something else so we can get into the disease factor of this. But be aware, guys, of what you're putting in your body. And don't let anybody tell you that you have to do anything. Please like, follow, subscribe, and please, please, please donate to the Cash App. It's on your screen. May the Most High bless you. I'm gone.